Okay. Well, hi, friends. Doc South here with you. And Sunday morning, yeah, getting ready. I do have a little bit of work to do at the supermarket, but I thought I'd knock this out before I head off. Uh huh. Yeah. And, well, I guess just may as well say what I'm thinking. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to be shutting down my internet radio station, at least temporarily. May not be it may not be a full time. It may not be permanent, but I'm thinking I'm looking at the station and there's just no real amount of listeners. I'm doing something wrong somewhere along the way. Not entirely sure what, but it's taking up a lot of time, a lot of data, and frankly, there's times when I'll do a whole show, 3 or 4 hours, an hour, and no one's listening at all. And I'll look and sometimes for a day or two, no one. So I'm thinking something's not right, and it might be time to regroup, kind of, yeah, retreat back a bit, regroup, and think it over. The thing is when the state, I'm happy if I'm cheering even one person up, of course, but you like that to not happen that much. If you don't have a number of listeners, well, then you certainly can't sell advertising. I've kind of given up on selling advertising on an internet station. It just isn't fair to the poor person paying their hard-earned dollars for advertising. It just isn't. You webcast from events, and which is a way of you're making some money at the event, and you're webcasting. I find then that I'm splitting the audience. People listening at home, maybe on the computer, want to hear once. I might be doing a doo-wop show, and someone wants to hear, hey, can't you play that Gene Krupa record? And, well, no, I can't, not where I am. And you wind up getting people sore. It doesn't happen much, but when I first started, it did. And then when I'm not on live, I'm doing a random playlist, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be working. The station, the station I have, how I play music from the 20s through the 70s. Well, I might be playing maybe on the random playlist, two doo-wop songs play. A person listens who digs doo-wop. Hey, this is great. Next thing you know, I've got a country and western song playing, or a pop-up show, and well, they tune out. Or the pop-up show, they're enjoying that. Next thing you know, I've got in other words, they have no way of knowing what's coming next. And so what I've been trying to do is like I used to do when I first started. Where I had when I was with Live 365, a serving unit or a serving, an internet webcasting service was what they were. I could schedule a doo-wop show. You'd see it on the schedule. It would play. It was a repeat, or maybe it was me doing it live, but recording it so I could repeat it later. Person knew, okay, if I want to hear some nice bluegrass music, Doc's got a show at 3 this afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, or X amount of time somewhere else in the world, someone else could be listening. 3 in the morning, you could have more listeners than you had during the day because you were, the people were waking up in Germany, and maybe doo-wop's hot in Germany, or bluegrass, or whatever, big band. It just seemed to work better. But nowadays, it seems like the serving units or the serving companies don't want to do that. For some reason, there's been a change in the royalty situation, and they evidently, if I'm doing a 3-hour show, they can't tell what songs I played, hence they can't pay the royalties, and that's putting a big crimp in my sales. I mean, yeah, sales as in a ship, not sales as an order taken. They yeah, the again, you know, you need a lot of listeners before you can even think of advertising. And well, I just don't even come close to having enough. But I remember, yeah, it used to be possible to do a show, you know, maybe a nice show from the Chatterbox, 3 hours, uh, process it and stick it into the playlist, and it would play here and there for a week or two, and then bingo, I'd replace it with another, and it kept everything fresh and listenable. Can't do that anymore, and I don't know. Also, you know, everywhere you look, someone's doing a webcast, and so it's hard to. I'm amazed anyone does well because there are just so many webcasts, internet radio shows, podcasts. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. You even go on YouTube now, and you'll see guys. I don't know if it's legal, but they're doing it. Uh, you see uh, you see people, you know, a video of them working a control panel and pumping out songs that you can listen to, and I guess request bango right on Facebook. Anyway, I don't know how that gets done legally, but evidently it's being done. One more reason to have less or cause to have less listeners. My trouble too is, and I'm not trying to make excuses because I love the music I play, and I know a lot of people do, but my music is pretty much my type of show is loved by or would be favored by people who don't really know much about computers. Me, for instance. I mean, I don't know squat about these things. I got to get, you know, like my granddaughter Sadie to show me what to do. I mean, yeah, hey Sadie, what do I pop up? That's easy. Come on, I'll show you. You hit that button right there. That's it. That's it. What button was that again? That button. Oh, okay. A week later, I'm calling her up. Hey, what button was that I'm supposed to put? Yeah, okay. And you know, these people, they're kind of afraid to use their computer, even though they'll be, in a matter of seconds, they could be listening to Glenn Miller songs. They might not realize that they got to have a good speaker. And set their sound up for the. There's evidently a spot in the computer. I haven't found it yet, but they tell me there's a spot where you can, you know, improve the sound quality. Yeah, yeah. They may not know what a media window is when they log on to the website. Hence, they don't get the show. They give up. They're afraid they're going to bust the computer. They won't, but they think, you know, they might. Uh, they 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 may not realize that they can isolate the show, kind of minimize it, and then listen to the music while they're looking at pictures of their grandchildren. They may not realize that. You know, so I'm kind of up against, I don't know how many times I've given out my card to someone who was a big fan of my radio show. And they say, oh boy, I can't wait. I said, what station's it on? I said, well, it's a web station. Web station? What's that? Well, it's in your computer. Oh. And I know I may as well take the card back. I never do, but I may as well. I said, well, get your grandchildren to show you for crying. Yeah, but, computer, huh? Okay. You know, so it's, I mean, I guess that's starting to go away a little, but oh my heavens. So what I need is I've got to find something that's, and actually the Voscast, and Stream Licensing, the people I use, they are pretty easy and they're reasonably priced. They're fairly cheap. But when I say, hey, can I repeat a 3 or 4 hour show and throw it in, you know, as a repeater? They say, no, we aren't set up for that. And they don't know anyone that is. And so far I've been asking around, can't find people. It's basically a case of me throwing good money into the wind, basically, or down the sewer. I can't, and these are great people at these companies, but they evidently aren't set up to do what I need. I would think in a computer age it would be, but so far I don't know. So I'm going to maybe have to shut down to allow time for the search and, well, build up my money levels. I'm hoping it's only going to be temporary, but I don't know. But the trouble is, it's costing a fortune, and I, well, 150 a month is a lot of money to be spending. I could use that, for instance, to help my wife Sandy with her flea market business. She's, she could use now and then. Maybe I see she's heading off to an auction. I could tell her, "Hey, Sandy, here's another $100. Knock yourself out," you know. And you give Sandy an extra $100 at an auction, she'll fill 3 tractor trailers with stuff. You should see her in action. It's what she's called for. It's her calling. Is the thing to say. She knows her stuff when it comes to antiques and collectibles, and she has the personality that sells them. She doesn't mess around. You give her a good crowd, she'll do okay. But again, lately now, she goes to an auction with $10. She only gets half a carload of stuff. She just waits her chance. Yeah, it's fun to watch, and she's, like I said, she's very good at the markets, selling to people. They look for her. I mean, besides being cute, she's a pretty good wheeler dealer, and always fair to people. So I don't know. I want to kind of help her out with that, financially. Oh no, I can't help her with the stuff itself. She don't want me at the auction. I'd be. I think they have a term for it, pest. Yeah. And but if I shut down the station, I still have the YouTube network. That costs very, very little. And there's a chance, you never know, you might get a viral video and then it would make some money. So far, no, but, it could happen. I'm still doing personal appearances, like at the Chatterbox. I'm thinking also I might contact libraries and maybe see if they would like me. They usually have like a meeting room. Maybe I could have a music appreciation day, set out a tip jar if people want, they can throw a buck or two in. And of course, I'm also doing my blurps, my stories, and all of a positive nature, and all my postings. So you got all that. Maybe I can do blurbs where I talk about certain songs, history about them, etc. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. And of course, I still got the Chatterbox, and you can go there live on Saturdays when I'm there and listen to the tunes. I may, if I shut off the webcast, well, you won't get it on the computer, but you can get it by going there. As far as the Chatterbox goes, if they're closing, that's some money out too coming up. But I don't begrudge it. Don Hall has, he's put in 15 long years at the Chatterbox. He very hard worker, and boy, he's been a good friend to me and the station. So I have absolutely no gripe, nothing but smiles for him. And a guy should be allowed to retire if he wants. And the Chatterbox for me has been nothing but fun. Just nothing but fun. I've never had a day where I said, "Oh man, that day stunk." Nope. And I think back. I think in 15 years, I think I missed 5 Saturdays. I missed 2 days with the 2 Saturdays with the hernia. Yeah, because I couldn't lift anything. Yeah. Although when I showed up on the 3rd Saturday after, I got the hernia done on Friday. And so Saturday was Chatterbox Day. I wanted to go, but oh my God, I hopped out of bed and, oh, no, you don't. Back into bed. Don said that would happen. On the next Saturday, I wanted to go, but the doctor said no, not till I look at your stitches. And so I couldn't go. I almost made it to the car, but Sandy tackled me and dragged me back in, screaming. When I had my stents, my heart stents, I missed a day at the Chatterbox. They wouldn't let me. The doctor wouldn't let me go. He threatened to tie me to the bed. Okay, and sedate me. I figured, well, I can't drive if I'm sedated. So I missed that day. And then I think there was one blizzard. And I think one day when we went on vacation and couldn't make it. And it was killing me. Yeah. I love playing at the Chatterbox. It is just so cool. And they're wonderful people there. I will miss the place, but also I've got 15 years of beautiful memories there, just beautiful. Lots of people, wonderful folks going there. So anyway, so I'm thinking, yeah, this the webcast may be shut down for a bit. I'll be looking if you know of anything, a webcast service that might feature or allow me to play repeats. That would be great. Let me know. Doc South Show at yahoo.com. Message me on Facebook, Doc South. I can still use donations because, if nothing else, I'm still doing the writing. That costs data. If I get enough of a donation, I think the next book I want to print out is Millie's Itinerary. I may just make it as a YouTube video thing, but for the moment, donations are still needed. If nothing else, there's credit card payments to be paid back, if nothing else. And I have a GoFundMe. You go to GoFundMe and search Doc South. I've asked for the website to be shut off. Listener Steve was paying for that, and it just doesn't seem right. I don't really have the money, even though it's not much money. I don't really have the money to spend. I asked him if he would, to close that down, and if I owe him something, fine. But I think it might be, again, money out, good money going after bad, I think. I may not be saying that right. It was a great website and it helped a lot. But people can find me by just going to the actual site too. Okay. And again, like I said, I want to help Sandy a bit with some of her efforts. She's a good kid and a lovely wife, and I got to do something to help her. If nothing else, I'm way older than her, and I don't want to, if my time comes, I don't want her basically destitute. She's got to have something she can do to earn a living, and she's good at flea marketing. It's I can't think of her doing anything else. I can't imagine. and like I said, she's good at it. Okay, well, that's a wrap. I just thought I'd get all this out. I know this is a bit of a long video, but I wanted to explain the situation. I'm hoping I can search out I'm hoping I can search out a good service that'll be affordable and also give these folks at Voxcast one more shot. Maybe they can come up with something, although I don't know what. They've always been good at helping, but this might be something they just aren't, their computer ain't set up to do. Oh, look at that. Yeah, gosh. Okay. In any case, that's it. I'll keep you posted, and sometime maybe during this week the station might disappear, but again, my efforts will be at trying to get it back running in a way that will be better. That's the best I can say. All right. I'll catch you later, friends. God bless you, and we'll see you as soon as we can. Of course, we'll be doing these videos. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.